Let's see if this is working. Good morning, good morning. Good morning. I'm just checking to see if it's working. Oh my goodness. It looks like it is. Yep. Okay. Good morning, guys. We are going to go back to our music and we're going to go on for our TikTok in 1 second. I hope everybody's doing well. I have a small headache this morning, so that's why I'm running behind. As usual, I'm always behind. I'm always late. I'm never on time. It doesn't ever happen. You guys are probably used to it by now. Yeah, Mel. We're used to that, right? Go on for TikTok. I hope you're all doing well. The energy's a little bit better than it was yesterday, at least. How is it for some of you? You guys doing a little better? Some people have been struggling with anxiety lately. As a reminder, you guys, we're doing readings today. It's $5 for a mini reading and $15 for a full. But ask before you send the money because I don't do refunds and there's some things that I don't read on. So don't ever just send money presuming that I'm going to be able to do your reading. Definitely check in before you do that. I got to share out the live on TikTok in a minute. How's everybody doing? So today's decks, we're using the Dark Mansion Tarot, which is one of the favorites of the season generally. It's also a favorite overall. Oh, I got to turn my mirror. Hold on. Okay. All right. So that's that. And then we have the Santa Muerte, which I just did an unboxing. That came out on Friday for, oh no, hold on. A bird just flew into my window. Ooh, okay. I have a bush right there, so it would have landed in the bush, and it's not in the bush, so it didn't whack it real hard, but like it whacked the window. I hate that. I hate when birds fly into the windows and they knock themselves out and injure themselves. It's so sad. My windows aren't even, I have curtains closed, so it's not even like they're just like wide open. It's sad. I don't like that. What's going on with TikTok? TikTok has 0 traffic right now. Strange. Usually I have the most traffic when, oh, it's Tuesday. Tuesdays are slow on TikTok. That's right. I forgot. So you guys, I will be on tomorrow. I'm not going to be on in the morning. I have an appointment in the morning that I have to go to. So I will probably be doing a live in the afternoon. I want to do it while it's still light outside. I don't like doing it in the dark because that means I have to turn lights on, and I don't like turning the lights on because they hurt my eyes. The amount of lights that I have to turn on to do a regular streaming, a proper streaming, the lights are too bright and they bother me. So I will probably be doing a live tomorrow afternoon when I get back from my appointment. Hey, Keisha, how are you? Good morning. Our weekly oracle card that we pulled on Monday, I'm doing pretty good. I'm okay. How are you? Our weekly oracle card that we pulled on Monday is Peacock, and it is number 33, and it's about lighthearted and laughter. For me, this is more about flaunting it, dressing up, having a good time, being playful, maybe wearing costumes, going out and feeling good, doing what makes you feel good. Oh, that's good. I'm glad you're okay. I'm okay. I've had a minor headache that's like hovering right here. And I'm starting to wonder if I need to go to the doctor about it, because I shouldn't be having headaches this soon on from having Botox. And I'm starting to like worry, is there actually like something wrong with me? Because it's been that spot for a long time now. I'm like always uncomfortable in that spot almost every day. Oh, but I forgot to take my allergy medication. It could be allergies, actually. I should probably go and run and do that. I have allergy medication. Well, it's right here. It's like sinus pain, but it's just right here. And some days it's bad, and some days it's just like a dull ache, and that's what it is today. It's just like this dullness, but it's there. There's still discomfort there. It's not like, oh, I'm 100% wonderful. It's still there. There's still some minor pain. So that's kind of annoying. I'm going to actually, while I'm thinking of it though, yeah. Oh, I've tried it all, hon. Thank you for the recommendation though. Yeah, I have a roller. I even use lidocaine rollers on that spot, which is not good for my skin, but I don't care if it takes the pain away and I can function, whatever. I use lavender and peppermint oil. Yeah, I try it all. It just doesn't, I don't know, sinus medication, Tylenol, Advil. I have a lot of prescription migraine medication that I take. It's just, I don't know what's going on. It's like right here. And it's been happening a lot lately. It goes all the way up. I can feel the pain. It and trace it. It goes all the way up. So I don't know. I'm going to go grab my allergy medication real quick while I'm thinking of it before we really get going. That way I don't forget. And maybe that'll help. Okay, I'll be back in 1 second. Okay. A heating pad on my head. Yeah. Usually coldness helps my head, but I can't just lay down and have a heating pad on. I have to work. So that's a thing. I'm going to share out the live on TikTok. I don't know. I forgot that Tuesdays aren't very busy. So we'll see how long I end up staying on here. Let's see. This setup is I'm not loving it. Hold on. I can't reach. There we go. Oh, now you can only send the live to 10 people. How effed up is that? Yeah, that's great. I swear, TikTok, like, its algorithm is with the intention to screw you. If you don't have like a lot of viewers, it just like yesterday, I had 2 people watch me the whole time. That was it. Once in a while, somebody would come in the room, ask for something free, and then move on. And it doesn't let you share to your, like, as somebody that goes live, it doesn't allow you to share the live to your followers, like to people that are following you. It doesn't let you do that. Like, you would think it would have this generic, like, hit this button and it shares it to all the people that are subscribed to your thing. No, you have to pick individual people and you have to be friends with them. I can't be friends with 5,000 people. Like, I just, I don't know. I don't love the way that some of the technology works on it. It helps. I meet great people, but I also like the algorithm is not beneficial for me, like at all. So like right now I've been on for 12 minutes. The only person that's even come in the room is you, Keisha. That's it. Not even like names popping in to look. Nobody has been in. I was actually going to reset it because before you popped in, because nobody has even like looked at the screen, which was making me wonder if it was even showing up for people. Yeah. I don't know. Let me pull the daily oracle. We'll get going. We'll do the daily oracle, the daily tarot, and then Keisha, I can pull a card for you. And then if there's still no activity, then I'll reset my thing. Because there's other things I'm going to be filming today. I voted. So I voted. I did a poll on YouTube. So if you haven't voted, Keisha, check that out. It's a vote of do you want me to do, because I'm trying to get back into my regular filming schedule. So I have a crystals series that I had started, and I'd really just barely started it. So I'm trying to add to that now. So there's a crystal carnelian that I was going to talk about, or I can talk about autumn seasonal, like magical stuff. So those are the two options for Witchy Wednesday. So go vote for whichever one you want to see. I'm going to change my playlist to something a little bit more energetic. No. Or not. What happened? Shoot. I found a guy on here that says that depending on your natal chart, it determines what style. What style what? Oh. I mean, I'm not going to disagree with that. I've never looked at it from that point of view. That's what's so cool about magic and spiritual stuff, because there's so many there's so many approaches. There's not one right or wrong way. And often any way is right. It just depends on like what your beliefs are. Let's try this. It's a full night soundtrack. So I've never heard that, but that doesn't mean it's wrong. Right. Exactly. That doesn't mean it's wrong. That's an interesting. So I'm not, as you know, like I'm not an astrologer, and there's so much about astrology that I still need to learn. So is there a section that you can look at in your natal chart that says like, hey, you have this in this house, and this is a good approach for you for manifesting? I wouldn't be surprised if there's something like that. I've never heard of it. Doesn't mean it doesn't exist. And honestly, your natal chart, there's so much in your natal chart that's like a blueprint of how you function. It makes sense. Like logically to me, that makes sense that there could be like a little bit of a blueprint in your natal chart of how to best manifest for you. I wouldn't be surprised about that at all. I've never heard of that theory, but I'm not, I definitely think that is a thing. I wouldn't be surprised. Okay, so we're going to look at today's oracle card. It's today's message for the collective. Oh, number 31, withdrawn and secretive. This is our card for the day, for the collective, for the oracle message. I see this as cutting cords or cutting a line because she has scissors and she's cutting something, I think. Oh no, actually it looks like tweezers. I'm not sure what she's doing because in the pictures they don't have this deck doesn't have a guidebook. Even this is the original deck and it doesn't come with a guidebook. So it's really open to interpretation. No, I've had these cards for a long time. I want to say I got them in 2019. I bought them from Etsy. I do have a flip through of it on my channel, on my YouTube channel, and I have a link to it. And I don't think the author is even selling them anymore. I haven't seen anybody use these cards in a really long time. There was a reader that I used to watch in 2018, 2019 that used to use these cards on and off, and I loved them and I jumped on them. They were like $30, but I don't think that they're available anymore. It's called, they're either the Flowers from the Dead or Flowers of the Dead. It's Flowers something dead. I can never remember if it's from or of. And it's interesting because we have laughter and lighthearted. So with Drawn and Secretive, I feel like it's kind of like a mellow day to, what does the astrology say today for Tuesday? The astrology said Tuesday is a day overflowing with heady hopes and opportunities for romance. Schedule a date night and dedicated to yourself or others, or seek out your dream job. So maybe some of you want to connect with others, or maybe it's you need to take yourself on a little bit of a date. Spend some time alone. Tips on the upcoming moon. Yeah, that's Thursday. You might already be feeling it. I'm already feeling it. Yeah. So that's Thursday. This booklet says Thursday's full moon forms a loose grand cross that might seem challenging at first, but if you focus on healing old wounds caused by bullies and those in power, you may be able to move on once and for all. The full moon in Aries in a loose grand cross conjunction Chiron opposite the sun in Libra and square Pluto in Capricorn and Mars in Cancer. There's a lot going on there. Even though you may have no control over people hurting you in the past, you do have control whether they continue to bother you emotionally in the future. This is the time to shut and lock the door on past abuse. If you can, schedule a session with a therapist. So Aries is about ourselves. It's the I. Oh, good song. It's about the I am. And so it's very likely that things that make you who you are could be triggered right now and could come up and make you like want to release stuff that has been heavy with you. Full moons are about releasing anyway. And Aries is technically the first sign of the zodiac. So this is the full moon is starting its cycle all over again. It's the full moon new year, technically. It happens once a year. The moon gets in its sign. So it happens when the new moon is in Aries too. So it's the full moon new year. And it's a good time to think about what you want to accomplish over the next 12 months. What do you want to release? Where do you want to be in 12 months from now? Emotionally, because full moon is about, moons are about emotion. So emotionally, where do you want to be in a year from now? Do you want to be weighed down still by things that have hurt you, or do you want to be lighter? There's still nobody coming into the channel. It's wild. All right, I'm going to pull today's tarot, and then I think I'm going to reset the live real quick because for some reason there's just no traffic right now. And if that's the case, then I'm not going to be on here long term because I have a bazillion other things I got to get done today. All right. Today's tarot card for the collective. Queen of Cups for the day. So some of you might end up spending time with your kids or with your moms or mother figures. It's good to be nurturing, which is kind of funny because that's this a little bit what I had said about taking yourself on a date. It's good to be nurturing to yourself. Queen of Cups is somebody who's very motherly and very loving and unconditionally open and caring about others. However, Queen of Cups can also accidentally overgive if she doesn't take care of herself. So paired with the other energy I was just talking about, I feel like it's a good day to not take the day off, but make sure that your needs are being met. Sit down with your needs and check in with yourself and your needs. And are they being met? Are they not being met? All right. Keisha, I'm going to reset the TikTok because there's literally been for 25 minutes now, there's only been 3 people that have come into the room total. So there's something up with this algorithm. So I'm going to reset it. I'm going to sign right back in. I'll see you in a minute. Three viewers in 20 minutes. That's freaking crazy. Huh. Disgusting is what it is. All right, let's try this again. All right. Let's see what happens. If it doesn't happen this time, I'm going to call it quits. I don't know. All right. It's crazy. I don't know what's going on with that. Hey, Keisha, welcome back, hon. I have no idea why it's acting the way it is. Literally 25 minutes and only 3 viewers. Usually, even if people don't hang out or talk, usually I have at least 150 viewers by then. So 3 viewers, that's crazy. So I don't know if I'm like, I wonder if I'm like shadow banned or something. I have been like commenting on a lot of people's pages and maybe I need to be quiet about it. I've been kind of trolling a little bit because I'm annoyed that people are posting and selling clothing that says that the witches weren't burned. We are the witches that they couldn't burn. When witches were never burned in the United States. So I've been commenting on it because it's incorrect information. It's misinformation, and I'm really irritated by it. May I pay for a mini just so you can feel like you've done something on TikTok today? Sure, absolutely. Yeah, I don't know. Like usually by now, a bunch of people have come into the space. So I don't know what's happening. I don't know if I'm shadow banned. Usually the most people are talk at the very beginning. So if it's just, it says 0, it's showing that there's no traffic. So I don't know what's happening there. I don't know. I don't know. I've been opinionated too. The web has been making me sick. Yeah. I've been speaking up. I usually don't do that. I usually just like keep it moving. But the fact that so many people are speaking up and selling, what upsets me is they're making a profit off of misinformation. That's the part that makes me the most angry. You're selling, so many different people are selling these sweatshirts that say, we are the witches that they couldn't burn or that they didn't burn or whatever. Nobody got burned in the United States. Zero. Did people get burned in Europe in the 13, 14, 1500s? Yes. Not in America. So you're selling these sweatshirts that are incorrect, and a lot of them, and making money off of them. And it's just, and it's popping up on my feed, and it's a lot of people. It's not just one page. It's a bunch of them. And so many women are like, oh yes, I want to get this. So you look ignorant because you don't know what you're doing. And the person that's selling it looks ignorant. So now you're making us all look like morons. Cool. Good. Keep making us females look real intelligent. Like the whole point of it is feminism and female rights. And you're making us look like we're stupid. Like, good job there. You're doing the exact opposite of what you think you're doing. Because you're unintelligent, uneducated, and you don't do your research. Oh, and that. Okay, Keisha, I got you. What? Amazon. Come on. I need to fix my Amazon account. Oh, hey, Kristen. Between politics, spells, narcissistic promoting isolation, and videos, I'm exhausted. Yeah. And you know what? The term narcissist, people overuse that term. That's actually a psychological diagnosis that only a psychologist and a certified medical doctor can diagnose. Can you say somebody has narcissistic tendencies? Absolutely. But you can't call somebody, that's like diagnosing somebody with bipolar or diagnosing somebody with diabetes. Like you can't just slap a label on it. We all do. Every single one of us has tendencies of it, and some people have it way more than others. Does it mean they're actually a board labeled, actual medical labeled, medically cleared narcissist? Not necessarily. So that's another thing. That's one of the things I don't like about social media is there's these buzzwords that happen, and the buzzwords take on a meaning of their own, and they're not even used correctly most of the time. That drives me bonkers. And that's the teacher in me. That's also the Scorpio and Mercury and Scorpio, because I'm very like, that's not what that means. And don't get me wrong, I'm not a walking dictionary. There's a lot of words that I don't know what they mean in the world. Plenty. I don't have a ginormous vocabulary. But I'm going to be careful about the wording that I use, and I'm going to make sure I understand a word before I use it. And people run with them. Yep, absolutely. What would you like me to look at, Keisha? That's exactly what it is. People run with them. The word toxic, that's a big one. That's used all the time now. It's just like any fad. Any diet fad, any food fad, any fashion fad. I hate that demure thing. Oh my God, I can't. Demure. Oh my God. I can't with that. Keisha, did you want me to use the Santa Muerte deck or the Dark Tarot? You can pick which one you want. Yeah, I can't with the demure. And I mean, would it get me views? Would it get me hits on my page? Yeah, but I just can't do it. I mean, maybe I'll do some of that stupid following the trends thing and make it a joke, like make it sarcastic. Like, I'm just doing this so that I get some views, just so that I match the algorithm, because people that do them show up more on the algorithm. So it is marketing, but I'm not going to sell my soul to market my job, my business. I just can't. I refuse. Is that why I'm not as popular as some people? Sure, absolutely. I'm sure it is. I just don't like feeding the hype. How are you doing today, Kristen? Are you doing a little better? Our daily card was the Queen of Cups. Our daily tarot. All right, Keisha. What does Keisha need to know? What does Keisha need to know? Am I just not getting... Are people talking and I'm not seeing it on YouTube? What does Keisha need to know right now? No. Okay. What does Keisha need to know right now? Keisha, you got the Empress and then the Eight of Cups in the reversal. The Strength and the Five of Swords in the reversal. And Six of Wands. I like these cards for you. These are nice cards. This is a good reading. All right. Okay. So I feel like for you, and this actually kind of matches the withdrawn and secretive energy a little bit, but I feel like with you, with the Empress, there's a lot going on as far as you're leveling up. There's a lot of leaning into your energy that the world is kind of like your oyster. So I want you to think of it like this. If you look in the card, there's a bunch of stuff in this part. And I'm going to hold it up to see. I don't know if it'll focus, but there's a bunch of like flowers and wheat and plants at her feet. And this is talking about the abundance that's around her, the abundance that's that she's drawing to her, that she's surrounded by, and the elegance of, like, you don't see her down in the dirt having to work the plants, having to work the soil, and being on her hands and knees trying to make it happen. It's happening naturally around her. And I feel like for you, there's a lot of that going on right now. Like, naturally, you are starting to attract, even though you're not feeling that. Oh, what's happening? The lighting is like crazy today. I don't know why it's... I don't want to open my curtains too much because then it'll give me a headache. So I do feel like you're in this phase of it's coming to you. You're trusting. It's important to trust that it's coming to you, even if you can't see how yet. You might even want to go if you can afford it. There's some grocery stores around here that sell clearance flowers. So like I have some daisies, some autumn daisies. Oh, hold on, I'll get them and show you. Wait a minute. I'm not gonna include this as your time. Wait a minute. Hold on one second. I'll show you. They're starting to look a little sad, but they're still doing pretty good considering. So I have this bouquet of flowers. This is real. This isn't a fake flowers. These are real. And I've had to redo them a couple of times because they've needed to be Some of them had started to die. Some of them needed to be removed or replaced or fixed up, or the water needed to be cleaned up. Those, I've had them for 2 weeks now because of the type of flower they are. Roses die very fast. My aunt brought me those when I had my family gathering. It was kind of like a thank you for hosting. The bouquet of flowers for those, because of the type that they are, it was maybe not even $10. And now I've had flowers in my home for weeks, and it like brightens the space. And yes, it's very festive. So maybe with this Empress, if you can, go to like a store that they sell discount flowers. Like don't buy yourself like huge, $35 long stem roses, but I like to do that for myself on occasion. I'll buy myself some flowers. Roses, I'll buy the roses when they're on sale, because then I'll dry the petals out and I use them in spell work. But maybe indulge in a little bit of some kind of flowers to keep around you, to remind yourself that things come to you. You're taken care of, even if you're not seeing it. Am I saying be overindulgent and throw all your money out the window and be reckless? No, I'm not saying that. But remember that you're taken care of. And it's not because you're in the ground, in the dirt, digging in with the worms in your hands and dealing with the bugs. It's because Spirit takes care of you. With the 8 of Cups in the reversal, I actually like this because it's telling me that you're coming out of a phase that you've had to go in seeking of something. 8 of Cups for me is about seeking outside of ourselves. Sometimes people see that as looking for a different romantic partner if it's a romantic reading, but generally speaking, it's talking about wanting something more. The desire to have something more fulfilling emotionally, spiritually, mentally, feeling like there's something missing where it's at and needing to go find what that thing is. You're coming out of that. You've been on that journey for a while and you're starting to come out of that. Like it was in you all along. The magic was in you all along, or something like that is what I'm getting with that. With the Strength card, that's a part of it for me. The Strength card is you stepping more into your awareness of what you can handle. You're a lot stronger than you realize, for one. But I also get that you don't have to be a brick wall. Like you don't have to be this stone cold thing to be strong. You can be soft and strong at the same time. And I feel like you're stepping more into that. It's not, yes, you're soft, but like, I feel like you're stepping more into this space of you're feeling more who you are. You're gaining more knowledge about yourself. Maybe doing some shadow work. There's a lot of plants around this one too, which isn't a normal picture for the Strength card. The Strength card doesn't usually have a bunch of plants. 5 of Swords reversed. This is such a dark picture. But in the reversal, it's talking about you're coming out of a self-focus. Because 5 of Swords, when it's in the upright, it can be talking about having to battle, having to fight, maybe feeling like you're having to be selfish or putting up some really strong boundaries and it's uncomfortable. Sometimes it's about winning a battle and not a war. Sometimes it's also about even backstabbing people a little bit or being kind of cruel. But you're not that. You're not those things. You are able to take care of yourself and be strong without hurting people. Just because you are having to stand up for yourself, it doesn't mean you're a bad person. Don't think that you're this selfish, rude, jerk person just because you have some boundaries. People will make you feel like that. People will make you feel like especially the people that you have not had boundaries with for so long, and now all of a sudden you're saying no, all of a sudden you have boundaries. That's going to be, don't let people throw you off. You're the one who's living your journey, not them. Hold on, I got to change the song. It's annoying me. I don't know what it is, but it's annoying me. Oh, Fiona Apple. That's why. I'm not a fan of Fiona Apple. And then the last card you have is the Six of Wands, which actually looks like a wedding in this deck, which is interesting. And I looked it up on why that is. And it's actually because Six of Wands is considered a victory. It's a celebration of something. It's success. It's joy. It's having something that is worthy of celebrating. So in some situations, like in this one, people are celebrating the union of two people. Does that actually mean you're going to get married anytime soon? No, I don't feel like that's what this is about. Four of Wands to me is more of a solid relationship vibe than Six of Wands. This I feel like is more saying that you're stepping into the light that is good for you, that will make you feel comfortable enough to be happy. That's what I'm getting. Like, that's a success for you. That's a gain for you. That's a point for you. That's a win for you, where you can actually feel like you can breathe a bit, and feel happy. And it is okay. And it's okay to celebrate your wins. It's okay to be a little bit less stressed. It's all right. So I feel like that is kind of where you're heading. Yeah, definitely do something with flowers, because there's even flowers in this one. There's flower garland here. Even if you go to the Dollar Tree, if you can't afford real flowers, the Dollar Tree has a lot of fake flowers that are kind of cute, They don't smell like anything, but they're cute. They can be. If you shop around the right way, you can find some good ones. Hi, Sharon. Welcome. Good to see you. Does that all make sense, Keisha? I really hope so. I've been told that sometimes your guides don't have your best interest in heart. Really? Who told you that? Sharon, I don't know if you've ever seen a live. I do both YouTube and TikTok at the same time because I don't get enough traffic on either of them. So I run both and I hop back and forth. So I'm doing a reading for Keisha, who is actually a member on our YouTube channel, on TikTok right now. So if you're wondering who I'm talking to, that's what I'm reading. Interest, and I've been hyper fixated on that. The talk. Ugh. Okay, so you really hope, you've been told that sometimes your guides don't have your best interests, and you've been very fixated on that and the talk, but it kind of makes sense. Can you explain why they say that? What is the context of it? I always love to have people come in and chat. Like, it makes the energy flow so much more, even in people that don't get readings, if they're chatting and saying hi, and that, I love that. I love that. What is the context of it, Keisha? How do they say it? Like, it sounds like fear mongering to me, is what it sounds like. There's a lot of fear mongering in the spiritual community on especially TikTok, where people like to spread fear-based energies. Like, oh, you better reach out to me so I can remove your third party in the third party. There's been a spell put on you. We need to fix that. Because they're just a realm above us, human, like, in a sense. Oh. So they're saying like they have an ego. Okay. So I kind of get I kind of get it, but that's not the way that I've been taught it. So, and again, this is what I mean. There's no right or wrong, really, but you got to listen to what resonates with you, and be careful about fair stuff. I just like humans, they could be wrong. Right. So, okay. So there's different levels of guides, is the way that I've been taught it. We have guides as far as people who have passed on that we knew in life that care about us, like my friend Dave, who has died, my godfather, who has died, my grandfather, my grandmother, my great-grandmother, my great-grandfather, my aunts, like that bubble. There's a lot of people around me that I have known in life that have died. Those were human beings, right? So there's that level. And I'm going to come back to that. We'll put a pin in that one. I'll come back to that in a minute. Then there's your ancestors kind of fit in there too, because that's another layer, because it's a bloodline and it's not necessarily ancestors that you personally knew. Like it could be people that died 300 years ago. That's your bloodline, but they were human. So there's that. Then there's the angels and spiritual guides that were never human. So there's a layer of that, if you connect with that or not. Then there's deities who are gods or were gods who are considered gods. So there's that. So there's different layers of guides. And some people don't, I don't know if I've ever talked about the Witch of Wonderlust. Her name's Olivia. She's very, very popular. At least she was on YouTube. I haven't been following stuff of other content creators, so I have no idea what she's doing now. She got burned out for a while and she stopped making content around witchcraft. So I'm not sure. She does still have old stuff up, I believe, on her channel. It's called The Witch of Wonder, WONDER, Lust, Wonderlust on YouTube. I do recommend checking her out. But she's one of a practitioner who does not connect with any spirits at all. She doesn't use any kind of guides, ancestors, angels, deities, nothing. She's considered, what is that called? There's a label for that. I can't remember what the term is. I can't think of it. If I remember it, I'll write it. I'll put it in comments somewhere. But so she's a practitioner of witchcraft, but she doesn't believe and she doesn't connect to any other spirit at all, any kind, not any kind. She believes they exist to some extent, but she doesn't work with any of them. So there's different types of, and she's not necessarily wrong. That's what resonates for her. So as far as like, if your guides can't, hey, Monica, how are you? If your guides have your best interest in heart, the thing is, I understand what that person is saying to some extent. So for instance, my friend Dave was a human. He has an ego. He is a spirit in the spiritual realm. He's not an angel. He's not a deity. He's not a god. He's not omnipotent. He can see what he can see. Do they not have our best interests in heart? It depends. If you have a good relationship with them, yeah, they will always have your best interest in heart. The thing is, can they see? Because their view is not as zoomed out as a god. So do I think that my friend Dave would ever try to guide me in a way that was harmful? Absolutely not. May he bring me, like, I know that he brought me a person in my life that has been very challenging for me to have in my life. Was it to harm me or to torture me or any of those things? No, because he saw the good stuff in the person that he brought to me. So what is he zoomed out? Like, is he God? No. Is he universe, source, like deities, house that can see every little facet of the individual? No. So their point of view is a bit more limited to some extent because of just the level that they are as a soul. And it doesn't mean that they're going to cause harm. However, the only thing that I have heard of that maybe isn't a good thing is connecting with your ancestors that don't have. I haven't seen the Witch of Wonderlust put out any new for quite some time now. Okay, thank you, Sharon. So Sharon on YouTube just said she hasn't seen the Witch of Wonderlust put anything out for a long time. Yeah, she started. She was like full-time doing it a long time ago, and her level of editing, it's very cinematic. Like I could never. It would take me 20 hours to do one video, and I have 9 other jobs that I'm running, so I could never do that. If I have the money to pay somebody someday, cool, but like I don't. Would I love to be like have that level of editing? Absolutely, but I just can't right now. So she used to do very high level, high quality video, and I think that she got tired. She talked about it. She got tired. She just felt like she was pumping out videos for, you know, for her income, and I mean it did become her income. So it turned into, she just felt less creative, and it became such a job. That's where it's tricky when you try to turn a hobby into a job, because sometimes you lose the joy of it. Thank you, Rebel, for the witchy kitty. So anyway, Keisha, basically where I was going with all of that is that there is a theory, and I have not had this experience, but I have heard it. No, Jonna, I don't do free questions. It's $5 for a mini and 15 for a full. I have heard that your ancestors, if your ancestors, so let's say like people like me, some of my ancestors were strict Christian Catholics. They may have issues with me practicing witchcraft. They may have, like, you know, generations and generations and not my great grandmother who I knew personally, but like maybe her mom or the mom before that or the mom before that. They may have been the kind of people that persecuted witches. I don't know. So when it comes to working with souls, I'm going to use the word souls because they were human, souls that you don't personally know, you do want to be cautious with that, because they may not have your best interest in heart, but they may not, I don't feel like that they would sabotage you, but they may not have your back the way that people that you actually knew would. That's making sense. I'll have to grab an actual book on this if you have. I don't have any books on it. Nothing. This is just information that I have like compiled over years that I've heard other people speak about, and I've kind of like put pieces together for myself. I don't remember. There was definitely an influence that I heard talking about, don't work with your ancestors if they were persecuting witches. Also, like, don't work with your ancestors if you're like there's a lot of people that are mixed race now, right? So there's people that, like, I have a cousin who's half whatever I am, half English and Canadian and French, and half Jamaican. So she's a blended race. She's biracial. And our ancestors on the English side probably would really not like that she's biracial. They were racist. So she shouldn't be working with any of our ancestors on the English side, on the white people's side, because they would have an issue with her. Does that make sense? That's beautiful. You're so amazing. Thank you for always answering my questions. Oh, you're welcome. You're welcome. I hope that makes sense. So it's an interesting, and like, I'm not the end all be all authority. This is just information that I've kind of learned in my experience over time. And I've heard people talking about it, and I've taken the pieces that I felt resonated. I wish I could tell you exactly who I heard talk about that, because I can't remember. I honestly don't remember. I heard somebody talking about it on years ago on a channel, and I was like, oh my God, that makes so much sense, but I can't remember who it was. I would give them credit if I could. I just don't remember who it was that was talking about it, but it makes a lot of sense. Like, so your immediate guides, what I consider my immediate guides, are the ones that are closest to me, are the ones that I actually knew in real life. Those are and they will always have your best intentions. Can they see the full picture? No, not always, but they'll always have your best intentions. They'll never lead you down a place that will be unsafe or dangerous or anything like that. They'll never do that. As far as ancestors, you want to be careful with that a little bit. When I say I work with my ancestors, I set the intention that I work with my ancestors that are accepting of what I do, that are what's the word? protective of me. That's what I do. So I set a specific type of intention because I have ancestors. I don't know if I've ever said this because I don't like to be that person that's like, oh, I have a little bit of this in me. Because I'm like, I have so many different nationality, cultures, bloodlines. I don't know what the heck you want to call it in me. I have I have on my dad's side, it's English, it's French. I think that's it on my dad's side. I got to double check, but I think that's it. On my mom's side, it's French, it's Italian, it's Irish, it's Native American, and I think that's it. Yeah. So I have a lot of different, like my mom, my grandfather, my mom's dad was Native American and French. My mom's mom was Italian and Irish. So my mom has all four of those. And then my dad is French and English. So I have all of those put together in me. So I have some Native American in me? I do. Can you tell by looking at me? I'm like the whitest white girl you've ever met. Like I'm see-through. I'm so white. So no, you can't tell. And I don't have a direct connection to a lineage. Like I don't know my Native American like ancestors. I've never, my grandfather was not he practiced a little bit, but what he practiced was living off of the land. So it wasn't like he did big ceremonies or anything like that. He knew how to go and forage for safe food in the land. They still do. They have acres and acres and acres of woods behind the house that my grandfather built. My aunt now owns the house and it's still, that land is protected. So it's not inhabited by people. And my grandfather would be able to go and forage food. He would find mushrooms. He knew what mushrooms were safe to eat and what mushrooms were not safe to eat. And he would go and get mushrooms. He would forage for mushrooms in the woods and bring them home, and they would eat mushrooms for dinner, part of their dinner. I think he used to bring home rabbits. He definitely fished. What else did he do? He used to go and pay tribute to a cemetery that was in the woods near their house. So he lived off of the land in that sense. Like he respected the land. He respected nature. He was close with nature. He used to paint a lot with nature. He went to RISD, which is a famous art school. And so he was a famous painter. I have a lot of paintings that are going to be given to me that are his, that my mom has. So that piece of my family is still there. Like I have 3 aunts, Sue, Mary, Paul. Yeah, I have 3 aunts, my mom's sisters, 3 of my mom's sisters, which are my grandfather's daughters, who are extremely talented, skilled gardeners who love digging in the soil, working with plants, growing their own food. And it's something that I would love to do. And I started doing when I first got the house, but when I started doing this full time, I didn't have time to take care of. My mom does it too. I actually have a lot of tomatoes that my mom has harvested, and she's saved the seeds and she grows them every year, and she taught me how to do it. So that part of my family, do I know natives? Have I like been brought into a ceremony or something like that and like included? No. So I'm not like somebody that goes to powwows, but actually where I live, there's a tribe, and it's not the tribe that my family is associated with. There's a tribe called the Narragansett tribe. There's a lot of Indian tribes around me, actually. But the Narragansett one is well known for Rhode Island, and there's a whole town, the town of Narragansett. And the Narragansett tribe still to this day has big ceremonies and celebrations with the circles and the drums and the dancing and all the things. I've never been to one. I've only seen it because a friend of mine actually is half Native and half African American. His half Native is Narragansett, and then he's half African American. So he's kind of, and we didn't meet. We met at work, We met at school teaching. So it's not like we met at some native thing where we happened to know that we each have a little bit of that. He has way more in it than I do. I don't know what my percentage is. It's probably 8% or something at this point. But those, if I use ancestors, I try to use those, and my Italian ladies, my little Italian ladies. I don't know exactly who my guides are. I don't know them specifically. Like, I couldn't tell you the names. But they have Italian personalities. They remind me of my great grandmother, who doesn't mess around. She says it like it is. She's very serious. And whether you like it or not, you're going to hear what she has to say. And my great grandmother, my mom's mom, had a gift. And that wasn't the native side of my family. She had a gift. She was Irish. And she had a gift. And she was Irish and Italian. Sorry. And she had a gift of being able to see when people were pregnant and what they were going to have. Mm-hmm. Always. So she was a little bit of like a clairvoyant medium, but severely Catholic back in the early 1900s. So although she had that gift, she couldn't really indulge in it because it was against her religion. And back then they were very, very serious about Catholic religion around here. So yeah, so that's what I do. I'll work with ancestors that I feel like support me. The ones that I don't know, I stay away from. The ones that I don't feel a vibe for, I also make sure that I always set that intention. So I wouldn't worry don't let people scare you. I don't feel like an ancestor would ever attack you. I don't, even if they were angry, I still don't feel like an ancestor would actually attack you. I feel like there should be some caution there about what ancestors you work with. Yeah, because maybe they might not support some of the spell work that you're doing. They might not be okay with it. So you might not see some spells come to fruition or something. But I don't feel like you need to worry about that as long as you it's all about your intention setting, your protection and your intention setting. That's the big thing. If you're not protected and if you're not setting the proper intentions, you could bring anything in. You could bring in spirits that you don't know that aren't your guides, that are heavy. People are afraid of Ouija boards because they're afraid that they're going to open up a portal or bring in a dark entity. Ouija boards are just like anything else. Tarot cards, oracle cards, pendulum, rods, any of those things. It's about the way that you use it. It's a tool. And if you use it properly, then it's not a problem. I mean, I played with the Ouija board when I was in 8th grade. I was like 12. I had no idea what I was doing. Did I ever bring in a dark entity that attacked me? No. How many kids played with Ouija boards when they were young and they didn't know what they were doing? It's very, 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 very rare. Like 0.1% of people actually bringing in something negative. How are you doing today, Rebel? Guys, I'm going to be doing my live as long as I feel well. I have a doctor's appointment tomorrow morning around 10. So I won't be going live in the morning. I'm going to try to go live when I get home. As long as I feel okay when I get home, I'm going to plan to go live and do a live with that. Tomorrow is Witchy Wednesday. So I am going to be doing a video on, I think it's going to be on autumn spell work. I think I have several spells that I want to share. I'm not going to demonstrate all of them. I'll share the actual, like the explanation of the spell. And I think with one, I'll demonstrate it. But I thought that would be fun because autumn, it doesn't end the second it's Halloween. Autumn doesn't end until December, technically. So we're in the autumn season. Oops, I wanted to like this song. What else is going on with you guys today? Anybody else have some good stuff they want to share? I've participated as a crew and have done several sweat lodges based on Navajo traditions. And it is very ceremonial, gifts, offerings, and feasts that follows after. That's so cool, Sharon. Where are you from? What part of the country do you live in? Navajo. I'm so bad with geography. I literally don't know. That's really cool though. I'm hoping that maybe someday I can participate in, or at least like watch from the outside, the Narragansett tribe. I also have a cousin who, on my dad's side, which has nothing to do with natives. My dad has nothing. His family has no bloodlines in it. His niece ended up working where we live. I live on the line. Rhode Island is so small. We're very close to Connecticut and we're very close to Massachusetts. And so in Connecticut is like an hour maximum from where most people live in the state of Rhode Island. And so my cousin on my dad's side, she ended up working. There's casinos in Connecticut. There's two of them. There's Mohegan Sun, Woods. I don't know how well known they are throughout the country. They're big. They're big in this area. So I don't know. They have like concerts. They have shows. They have games like sports games. They have events. You can go and there's lots. They have lots of hotels to stay at. So I'm not sure how like if people know what they are out in like I don't know Idaho, but both of them, both the Mohegan one and the Foxwoods one, but definitely Foxwoods is run by. It was originally set up on a reservation, and it's run by the Pequot Indians. And so my cousin, she got a job there, but the way she got a job there, she had to be like vetted by the Pequot tribe. This is way back. This was back like 20, 30 years ago, maybe, because my cousin's much older than me. So I'm not sure if they still act like that for their employees, but she had to be vetted. She had to go through a whole thing with the tribe in order to be allowed to work for them. Arizona. Oh, born and raised in Sydney, Australia. Oh, cool. Arizona's supposed to be a good place. I've never left the East Coast. I'm so bad. The farthest west I've ever gone is Indiana, because my cousin went to Notre Dame and I went to visit her for a weekend. That was it. I don't know. I'm probably going to get going soon, you guys. Does anybody else want a reading? I'm starting to run out of steam already. I don't want to drink anymore. I didn't even finish my coffee. I don't want to drink any more coffee. I'm afraid it's going to make me feel yucky. Hey, Scoop Farm, I cannot believe the lack of traffic that is happening on TikTok today. Like, TikTok's usually slow on Tuesdays anyway, but I've been on for like an hour, and I think maybe 25 people have come in the room, and usually it's up 200 to 300 by now. I'm in shock how bad it is. I don't know. I wonder if I'm getting shadow banned for speaking up. I do. I wonder if I'm getting shadow banned. Keisha, did it like alert you that I was on? I know, Rebel, I sent you a thing. I wonder if they're like, you haven't shut your mouth, so we're going to hide you. I got your message. Yeah, Rebel, I sent it. That's what it does when I share the live. But the thing that's annoying is I have to share the live to only people that it only lets me share it to people I'm friends with. And I'm not going to make add every single follower as a friend. I just can't do that. That's 3,000 people. Like, I can't do that. And it only lets me share the live to 10 people at a time, which is so annoying. Like, I wish that they would clump it together. Like, oh, these are your followers. Share the live with your followers. Like, why can't it just do that? Like, I don't get it. I have to send it to each individual person. So that's part of the problem. Maybe there's a better way. I'm hoping that with my mom being a little bit more stable, I'll be able to do a little bit more work on getting to understand some of the technology with this stuff. But she was not well on Saturday when I visited her. She was in a lot of pain, and her hope was starting to fade a bit. She's like, I don't know if I'm going to make it to the clinical trial. I might be too sick by the time it happens. I don't know. I really hope that she makes it to the end of the year, but every day is different. Some days it's good and some days it's not. It's hard to know. All right, kids, I guess I'm going to get going. It's kind of a mellow. I haven't been sleeping well. Have you guys been sleeping okay? So a rest of the year read, that's a more in-depth one. I am offering that on my website. I wouldn't want to do it live. I have let me see. Let me see if I can find it. It's on my website. It's actually, I'm running a deal of it right now. It is, so if you go to my website, which is melsdivination.com. Oh, this is backwards. Hold on. Mirror your video. Come on, open it up. All right. So if you go to my website, melsdivination.com, this is the home screen. It shows about Mel. Over here is like a menu thing. And if you click on the menu and go down to store, the very first thing that's offered on the store is literally a remainder of 2024 individual reading. And it is $22. And it asks you a few little questions. And what it is, you'll get it within 48 hours. It's a recorded video. So you'll get a link. You give me your information, your little bit of information. You get a link to a YouTube private video that I record for you. And it's minimally a 10-minute reading. Usually it'll probably be more, but like it's guaranteed at least 10 minutes. So that is what I would recommend you doing if that's what you want to, if you want to look at it like that. That's what I'm running right now for that. Because live, it's to do that, I would need a lot more focus, and I don't feel like I can do that when I'm live. You've been sleeping bad? Yeah, I had really, really, really crazy dreams last night. That special is going to be up for a while, so you don't have to like. That's been up. I need to like film. One of the things I was doing, I was talking about how I was filming like little short promotion videos, like letting people know what I have to offer. Like people don't even know. It's not because like you actually want that and you didn't even know it existed. So I need to like be filming little things and putting them up so people can see them. And I filmed about 15 of them, and my microphone was off the whole time. I was so freaking exhausted and aggravated by the time I was done. And I didn't realize it. I was like, what the hell? So I gave up. So maybe tomorrow I'll get back to doing that. But it's easier for me to do a pre-recorded video because then I can just like get it done in between whatever I'm doing and get it up and going. Yeah, I haven't been sleeping well. I had really, really insane dreams last night. I had a dream that one of my uncles, who is healthy as far as I know, had cancer and didn't tell us. Nobody knew. He just decided not to get any kind of treatments and got super sick. And his daughter, which is my cousin, had come home and her work was like with random like microscopic bugs. And for some reason they burrow under your skin, and like I walked on them and I didn't even know I walked on them, and I had these little bugs burrowing under my skin while my uncle's dying. I mean, it was like the most insane dream. I don't know if something's going to happen to me or something in general. It could be in general. Because I think we were talking about this a little bit yesterday with the election and how the general collective is overly anxious, no matter what side people are on. People are overly anxious about what's going on with this election. The energy is very heightened. And Pluto is still wrapping up in Capricorn until middle to end of November. So that's a big change that's going to affect humanity, everybody, big picture. So it could be that you're feeling that. I don't know. But yeah, we can look at it. We can look at it. I like offering the emailed readings because you don't have to book a session. You can order it whenever you have a chance. I can get around to it. Yeah. Which one would you prefer? Rebel, an oracle or a tarot. I can get to it when I get to it. Like I like that. Usually it'll probably be delivered before 48 hours. I just have the cushion for myself because of everything that's going on with my mom, or also because of my headaches. Like I might end up having a headache and not be able to deliver it right away. So I give myself a little bit of a cushion there. Oracle. Okay. So I have the moon cards with me right now. Unless if you want the flowers of the dead. Did you want the moonology or flowers of the dead? You can pick. No, you're not being annoying. You're not being annoying. It's fine. You're a moderator and a paid subscriber. I don't mind pulling a card for you. It's not a big deal at all. It's what I'm here for. But I am going to start wrapping up, you guys. So if you are wanting a paid reading, you need to speak up soon because I'm going to get going. It is what I picked up first. You're right. What is Rebel? This is probably my most used deck out of all the decks that I have. I've used it so much since I got it. I don't use it every single day, but I do use it a lot. What does Rebel need to know right now? You're not going to like this. Well, I mean, it's not bad. It's just, I'll pull one more. It's so neutral. Meditate and contemplate with the new moon in Pisces. So this is going to talk, I'll look it up in the book, but I'm pretty sure I know what it's going to say. It's going to say something about listening to yourself, listening to your guides, slowing down and going within, connecting to spirit, because Pisces is all about spirituality. Let me see. Let's see what this says. I'll pull another one too. So it's just so neutral. It's such a neutral card, right? This card speaks of dreams and romance, of soulmates and poetry. It suggests there's a new start coming your way that's connected to a matter that leaves you feeling somewhere between having your head in the clouds and being in a totally altered state. There could be confusion and disappointment if that's what you've had before, and that's why that's what you're expecting. However, if you're onto a good thing, then wish hard, because the words of your soul and your heart could help bring about the manifestation of your dreams. If all that sounds a little wet and watery, then that's Pisces for you. This is the last sign of the zodiac, and the new moon in Pisces card can suggest a last-ditch chance to make your dreams come true. Use your feelings to guide your way. Logic won't work right now. Face your fears. They may be holding you back. The situation is being healed. It's time to surrender to the divine. Chant Om Namo Narayani. Avoid being deceptive or willingly deceived. Pisces is the sign of reveries and mysteries or depths of emotion, idealism, hopeless romantics. It is the sign of water in the unconscious. Its energy is deep, like watery depths. The new moon in Pisces indicates it's time to listen to your feelings and to allow your emotions free reign. Whatever you're feeling as you pull this card is more likely than the truth, unless you've been kidding yourself, and only you can know that if that's the case or not. Yeah, pretty spot on, right? Hold on, I'll pull one more that's a little bit, let's see if we can get one that's a little bit less neutral. Yep. New moon in Taurus, prosperity lies ahead. Okay, let's see what this one says. And then I'm probably going to go if nobody else wants a paid reading. 44. You'd think I'd have these memorized by now, but I don't. Also funny because Pisces isn't on my chart. Well, technically it's on your chart. It's just you don't have anything in Pisces. I have a bunch like that. Your house, whatever your Pisces house is how it affects you in your life. This card will often come up when you're inquiring about a financial matter or when you're doubting your self-worth. The card suggests you can have what you want, including material things, but you must believe in yourself. This comes down to the laws of attraction. Value yourself and others will value you too. You can create abundance. Taurus is associated with luxurious Venus, and this card holds the new moon energy. So now is a good time to make a 12-month financial plan that can also signal the start of a new relationship or of sexier times. If you've been wrestling with something for a long time, the new moon in sturdy Taurus is a sign not to give up just yet. Get or give a massage. A healthy body is a healthy mind. You will soon be able to afford the thing you're dreaming of. Getting clear on what you value most will help you find peace. Take some time out to pamper yourself. I actually said that earlier today. The energy today, astrologically. Yeah, you can get a mini. You can get a mini. Sure, Doc Vixen. Start a standing order in order to start a standing order to a savings account, no matter how small. We often feel that it's somehow wrong to focus on our finances, but the truth is that money can make life far more comfortable from a physical point of view. Yeah, isn't that the truth? Taurus knows this, and emotional too, because if you're not stressing about money, it's a lot easier to relax. Taurus knows, and the new moon in Taurus is the time to work your magic or create the money you want so that you can have the creature comforts you want. Remember, though, that someone else is still wishing for what you already have. So I feel like it's important for you to not lose sight that you do have great things already, but also to set those goals. So I have water, just not Pisces. Okay, so the way that it works, hold on. Let me explain that to you for a minute. How do I do this? I hate this. Oh, there we go. I hate how the pattern app changed. Okay, so this is my natal chart. Okay, and you can see that in Aries, Pisces, and Virgo, I have nothing. Those houses, I have absolutely nothing. However, they still affect my chart because Aries rules my 4th house, Pisces rules my 3rd house, and Virgo rules my 9th house. And that will affect the energies to some extent. Not as severely as the other ones, but same thing with you. It will affect your life at least a little bit, but not as hyper fixated and focused as some of the where there's planets and asteroids. Oh, what's happening? Hi, Kelly. So the link is in my bio. It's a tap link. You can do Cash App, PayPal, or Venmo. A mini is $5. I don't do legal. I don't do medical. I don't do death. I think that's about it. Dark Vixen, what did you want me to look at? How long is a mini? A mini is 5 minutes. It's usually 5 cards in 5 minutes. 1 question. A full is $15 in 10 minutes. Just check on the energy between me and Eric. He's been opening up a little more lately. Yeah, Kelly, those are my live prices. If you want a personal reading, a private reading, my prices are different. I have both email, video, audio readings, and I have appointment readings over the phone that are interactive. So the $5 mini and the $15 full, those are cheap because other people are showing up. I get distracted because I'm talking to people. Like you don't get my 100% undivided full attention when I'm on a live. But he's still not making any plans to see me yet. I think we're getting there. Okay. All right. Let me check that out for you. Hold on. All right. Let's see. Vixen. And all right. Thank you for the heart, me. So we're looking at a check on the energy. Okay. Let's see. Five of Swords, Page of Cups reversed. Yeah, that's why you're not seeing them yet. Devil reversed. That's actually good. Hermit. Huh. Big energy for him. Justice. Wow. Okay. He's been working on himself a lot lately. Yeah. Yeah. I would agree with that. So with the Five of Swords and the Page of Cups that came out, Page of Cups reversed, that came out first, it's feeling to me with this that he's kind of battling his immature tendencies. He's battling the desire to act like somebody that isn't aware, like impulsive, immature, underdeveloped. Like the Page of Cups for me in the reversal, this is him not reaching out that much or him not doing a lot right now. But with the Five of Swords coming in and then the Devil after that, and I'll talk about the Devil in a minute because it's sandwiched, but it's not fully related is the way that I'm seeing it. Is that it's saying that like it might seem like, hold on one second. I'm sorry. Hold on. Hello. Yes, speaking. Okay, thank you so much. Sounds good. Thank you. Bye-bye. Sorry, guys. That was my... Let me start this over. That was the doctor's appointment that I mentioned earlier that I'm going to tomorrow morning. I've never been to them before, and I wanted to just make sure that was like a confirmation call. Because if I missed that call and they're like rescheduling it on me or something, that would mess everything up. So to start over, I feel like with the Five of Swords, he's been focused on himself to the point of where it almost looks selfish. But it's because he's dealing with some big stuff. He's dealing with some bigger energies that he's trying to work through. And with this Page of Cups in the reversal, I do feel like you're not going to hear from him a lot. When we get to the Justice, I feel like that's when you're going to start seeing him more, but we'll talk about that in a minute. This isn't bad energy. I want to make that clear. Like, this is not bad. This is progress. This is somebody that is doing their best not to be immature, that's doing their best to start working on their emotional awareness, their emotional availability, their emotional maturity, coming out of a stage of hiding. Yeah, communication is a little spotty, but it'll continue to be spotty for a bit. I feel like that is not a red flag. If you see that there's continuation of hot and cold, it's okay. I mean, have your boundaries, yes, but don't panic if that's what you see, because I'm seeing that in the energy with him anyway. So that's all right. It's all right. Don't worry about that, because it's just, there's progress here. With this Devil in the reversal, I like that this is in the reversal because it's telling me that he is breaking free. He's breaking free from patterns, from thought forms, from situations, from behaviors that have been unhealthy for him. And yes, around relationships, around the way that he thinks about things emotionally, the way that he processes, the way that he acts. So there is still going to be, with this Hermit, quiet time. There is still going to be moments where he is like really isolated because he's not done. He's not done the work. He's in progress. So think of it like like, I'm seeing like the loading circle that we get like on Netflix or something. And it's a percentage and it's starting to load. We're at like 70%, 60%, 65. Like we're more than halfway there, but it's not 100% yet. Yeah. It's good that you're right. It is good. It is okay that he's taking his time, because do you really want it to be rushed? This is rushed. This is rushed. And then it falls apart. And then it doesn't, and then and then disaster happens and things don't work out. And then it doesn't go well. So allowing the thing to be happening in the process and the timing in the way that it needs to be is best for both of you. Because when he finally does stabilize, and he will, when he does with this Justice card, I love this. I love that this is your last card, because this is him being fair. Hi Hakeem. I'm doing personal readings. They are paid. So it's $5 for a mini, and that's 5 minutes, and $15 for a full, and that's 10 minutes. I don't do legal. I don't do medical. I don't do pregnancy, and I don't do death. So with this is the balance. I don't know if you can see it because I know that the thing doesn't focus very well, but this is the balancing of the scales. This is what is justice? What is a judge? What does court represent? It represents a fair and just and equal, emotional approach, meeting the needs of both parties having a fairness worked out. This is where he's going. When I see it, when it comes to romantic stuff, it's a little bit different. It's not as like detached, but this is where the relationship is headed. And that's really good, because that's saying that he will, when he does show up, it will be in a way that is on the same page as you, that is in a mature way, that is not hot and cold, that isn't confused, that knows what he wants. He's going to meet the needs that you desire. It's going to be good. It's going to be all the things that you've been, did I say? Oh yeah. 10 seconds. It's going to be all the things that you've been hoping for, that he's been working towards, to meet those desires, to meet the ability to show up as a healthy partner and not just be somebody who's flaky. So he's clearing out the flaky stuff. The flaky stuff is in process of being cleaned away, and it is okay. Like, I wish I could get you to teach other clients Dark Vixen, because man, being patient and allowing something to play out is so much more beneficial than being impatient and entitled and expecting things to happen fast. Because when we speed things up, it's not done right in anything. I mean, if you think about cooking, or if you think about assembling something, like putting a bed together or a car together, or like anything, if we do something fast, usually it's not done well, generally, and the outcome doesn't work. For the thing falls apart, the food sucks, whatever it is. Yeah, I think he's struggling through some insecurities that he's working on. Haha, true, people deserve grace. Yeah, people do deserve grace. The problem, and it's not any individual person's specific like issue. It's our culture. It's our culture. The culture is, we send a text, we get an answer immediately. We text back immediately. Answers are immediate. Things need to happen immediately. So culturally, in this world, and I even mean in New Zealand, when I read for people in New Zealand, in Australia, in India, in where else do I read? Dubai, and all those areas, even those people. So it's not an American thing. It is culturally, like the world today. Answers are an instant. We get instant gratification. Oh, what's that thing? Oh, I don't know. Let's Google it. I want a recipe. Oh, Google it. Like, it's great, but it also causes this desire for, I need it fixed this second. I can't wait. Right. We need something We think if something isn't happening, it's just never. Yeah, I had somebody I read with last night who I read for, I don't know, in July. And they had asked a question about their partner who had separated from them. And I saw that they were going to get back together. But it was the end of July. We're in the middle of October. So we have end of August, end of September. It hasn't even been 3 full months yet. And I said eventually, and it was going to take time. And this person came back and was mad that it hasn't happened yet. So I must be wrong because but it hasn't happened yet. I didn't say it was going to happen overnight. So was very upset with me. But here's the funny thing. Now they're focused on somebody else and they wanted me to read on 5 different people all at the same time. And I was like, I can't do that. I can't do that. I don't work like that. Right. That's the problem. Some people expect results immediately. If I say you're going to get back together, some people think it's going to be tomorrow. Some people think it's going to be next week. Some people will call me 3 days later and be like, we're not back together yet. You said we were going to back together. He hasn't called me. I will never tell somebody it's going to happen overnight. Never. Sometimes I can see that it's far away or it's kind of close, but I'm not going to tell you it's going to be fast. Most of the time, I almost never say it's going to be fast. It's very rare that I see when somebody comes to me, especially if they because typically when somebody comes to me for the first time, they have a lot of work to do. Not always, but a lot of times a client will have a lot of work to do on them. And there's a reason why there was a separation. So, oh man, it's like, take that up with your spirit guide. Exactly. Well, because a lot of my clients, not all of them, and it's gotten a bit better over the years as I've healed my own stuff, but a lot of clients have anxious attachment. So they expect results immediately. And then when they don't get the results immediately, they get obsessive. And that becomes a problem. Like a lot of people will stalk their person online. I have one person that I've had to be like, listen, I can't tell you why he posted that on Twitter. You guys haven't talked in 8 months. I can't tell you why. This Twitter, stop social media stalking this person. I've had to like flat out be like, you need to stop it. Because the more we think about somebody, and I do it to Kristen. You may have seen me call Kristen out. And you know Kristen. Kristen's one of my clients who I've become friendly with over the years. I've been reading for her for almost 3.5 years now. But I will flat out be like, Kristen, you have said his name 500 times today. Go back and look at how many times you've said this person's name. And you wonder why he's not messaging you. He's not messaging you because he can feel your energy because you're obsessing. Yeah, it gets really problematic for some. And she doesn't realize it. So I will call her right out on it. But that's the kind of relationship I have with her. We've had that relationship for a long time. Hi, Angela. How are you? So like I will put Kristen on blast in public, and she knows I will. She also has given me permission to do that. So I don't do that. I don't do that to anybody. But like she, that's the thing. If we're focused too much on something that we don't have it, they're not calling me. They're not calling me. I miss them. Why aren't they calling me? Then you're sending them energy and you're not giving them emotional space to feel the distance. So why would they call? Kristen needs tough love. Yeah. I give her what I call the verbal bitch slap. How are you, Angela? But Kristen wants the tough love too. I'm not like a jerk to her and she's crying about it. Like she needs it and she wants it and she knows she needs it. And she knows how much she's grown so much. She's grown so much too. Hakeem, will Izzy reach out to me again? Does she give me a second chance? What are her true feelings for me? What does the future hold for me personally? Wow, that's a lot of questions, dude. I know you sent $20. I usually charge $15 for a full, and it's one question. So what I can do a quick snapshot for each of those questions, or you'd have to send like another at least $20 for me to look at each of those individually. Probably even more than that. I just sent for a mini. Okay. For sure they can't miss if you're constantly in their energy. Right. Exactly. So Hakeem, I will Yeah, I'll look at each individual question, but you're getting a quick glimpse at each one. It's not going to be a deep reading because for that 1, 2, 3, 4 questions, and some of them, okay. Okay, Angela. So Hakeem had sent 20 on YouTube and he had 4 questions, and I just clarified with him that all those questions would either have to be done quick or additional funds would have to be sent, and he did send the additional funds. So I'm going to do a full reading for him on these things, and then I will get to you, Miss Angela. Okay. Hakeem and Izzy. Let's look at Izzy. So we got, will she reach out again? Does she give you a second chance? And what are her true feelings? Okay, so we'll look at those first, and then what does the future hold for you personally is separate. So we'll look at that one after. Izzy and Hakeem. Cool, Angela. Cool. Good. All right, Izzy and Hakeem. Let's see. I don't mind reading for you guys. I just kind of need the energy exchange because this is my full job. And if I'm here doing readings, that means I'm not making money elsewhere, which is fine. But it needs to be equal compensation. So I appreciate that, Hakeem. I do. Okay, let's look at Izzy. Hakeem and Izzy. Izzy. I'm going to pull 10 cards, Hakeem, and that will give us insight to, we should be able to cover all those questions with the 10 cards. Let's see. Present energy. Izzy towards Hakeem. Present energy. We got the Chariot in the reversal. Hidden. No, obstacle. 10 of Pentacles in the reversal. Foundation. Two of Wands in the reversal. They're not all reversed, right? No. I'll do another flip around though, just in case. But they're not all reversed. That one's backwards. Where'd you go? Most of them aren't reversed, actually. Some are, some aren't. They're all mixed together, which is why I do it like that. Okay. Past energy. Ace of Pentacles. In her mind. What's in her mind? The Fool. Short future. 5 of Wands reversed. Where is she at right now? What are her feelings? 4 of Swords reversed. Outside influence. This one wants to come out. 7 of Swords reversed. That's actually a good one. Advice. Some cards reversed are better in the reversal. 7 of Wands reversed for advice and future. What is the longer term future with him and Izzy? Woo! That was a fumble. That was not. It was a fumble. There's too many cards. Hakeem and Izzy. Izzy towards Hakeem. What's the future for them? Long term. 3 of Wands. Okay. All right. So, hold on. Let me rearrange this a little bit. Okay. All right. So we're focusing on if she's going to reach out, second chance, true feelings. Okay. You are going to hear from her. You are going to, I'm going to break this down though, but short version, you will hear from her. You will have a chance. Her feelings are complicated. Her feelings are complicated. But I'm gonna explain it all. So we're gonna start with the Two of Wands in the reversal. That's the foundation. And when I say foundation, it's like the basis of where everything is coming from. Two of Wands in the reversal tells me that she doesn't know what she's doing. She is confused. She doesn't know what she wants for her future. She is unsure about the choices that she needs to make, and she's unclear. So it's sort of like avoidant of a choice. She's not making a choice right now because of that. And that's why all of this other stuff is happening, because she hasn't made any kind of major decisions. And that makes sense with the Four of Swords in the reversal, because I asked what her feelings were. What were her feelings right now about you? Four of Swords in reversal tells me that she has thought about things. She has been reflecting on them, but she's still not ready. This isn't a bad card. This is one of those cards that's more neutral than anything. It's very quiet energy. This person is just sitting and thinking. And then in the reversal, it's saying that they still need time. They're not ready to come out of the sitting and thinking. So she's still thinking about a lot. She's still processing her feelings. She's still not fully in this place of embracing what's going on. She doesn't know. With the Ace of Pentacles, she says she hates me. Yeah. She doesn't know. She says she hates you. I get that. I mean, I get it a little bit here, but hate is such, I don't like that word. I don't use that word in readings. Like I very rarely will look at cards and say, this person hates you. I can say the animosity isn't as strong as I would say hate, because hate to me is an extreme word. What I get here is hesitation, avoidance, blocks, like you may be blocked, defensive energy. I get that from her. Hate, that's a bit extreme. With the Ace of Pentacles in the past energy, it does tell me that she saw you as her future. She hasn't, and that's still here. It's still showing up, which means she hasn't completely forgotten that. That's still in her energy. The Chariot in the reversal in the present energy with the 10 of Pentacles in the reversal as the challenge for the time being. This is where things are stuck. And it's stuck because she hasn't made any decisions. But this is the no commitment. She doesn't want a relationship. She doesn't want a commitment. She's not moving things forward. She's not taking action. Chariot is like a car. And a car that has gotten a flat tire when it's upside down. So a car can't go anywhere when it has a flat tire. A car isn't moving or making progress when it has a flat. And all of this is very stuck energy. She's choosing to stay in this place right now. She's staying in this, I'm not making progress. I'm not making any decisions. I'm just thinking. I don't know what I want. I'm not doing it. It's easier for me to push him away than for me to take any kind of risk. This is going to change. Okay. These are the hardest cards that came out for you. These are the most heavy. And that's in the now. So it makes sense that she's right now blocking you, saying she hates you, doesn't want to have anything to, that makes sense with this energy. But it shifts. And so in her heart, we have the Fool. This is where it starts to change. The Fool, I don't know if you can see, but there's a number 0 up here. And the Fool is a major arcana. And I think it's the only major arcana you got. Oh, no, the Chariot is a major arcana too. It's the beginning. It is the start of an energy. It's a new, fresh, clean slate, new beginning. This is where I feel like you're going to hear from her. This is why I'm saying you're going to hear from her. She is going to reach out. And when she does reach out, it's going to be with this energy of, okay, let's talk. Let's try again. Let's see what happens. Giving it a chance. Is she going to dive all in immediately? No, I don't feel that. But she will be reaching out and wanting to give it a chance. This is a new beginning. This is a new chance with the two of you. because this reading is about her towards you, not her going in a different direction. This wouldn't be coming in if she wasn't going to give you another chance, or it would come in upside down. But it's coming in that on her heart, she doesn't want to fully let this go. She's not ready. She's not ready to give it up. She's not ready to get over it. She's not ready to fully just be like, see you later. 5 of Wands in the reversal in the short-term future. I honestly like that. This is one of those cards that I like in the reversal because 5 of Wands is the card of people fighting. It's chaos, it's conflict, it's confusion, it's anger. When it's upside down, it's clearing that out. The Fool was right side up. It's clearing that out. It's removing the confusion, the conflict, the anger. It's settling things down. So these two together, this is saying that there's going to be a chance to clear the air. There's going to be a chance for things to be healed and be more open. Oh, somebody walking their dog. There's going to be that opportunity. Now, the thing is, and this is in your shorter future. So I can't say exactly how long that could be. It still could be several weeks. It could be up to 5 weeks. It could be 6 weeks. It could be a little bit still. So I don't feel it happening immediately, because in the immediate energy was this, the stuck stuff. In the right now, it's still stuck. It will shift. It hasn't shifted yet. So there's still some time that you're going to have to wait here for this. When she does return, though, with the outside influence of the 7 of Swords and the 7 of Wands, both in the reversal, it's talking about listening, letting the truth come forward. With the 7 of Swords in the reversal, I love this because it talks about what didn't seem clear, what wasn't as it seemed, what may have been confusing. It stops being confusing. The truth comes forward. So 7 of Swords is about deceit when it's like this. Deception, lies, sneaking around, stealing, betrayal, all the things. Thinking of it like stealing in a metaphor. It's somebody that stole something and then they returned it. And there's an apology and there's an explanation. So this is room for healing. With the 7 of Wands reversed as your advice, though, it does say you're going to have to allow her to do what she has to do first. So there's nothing that you can do. This is saying no matter what you do right now, it's not going to change things. You could message her all day long. You could send her flowers. You could constantly try to reach out. It's not going to help. It actually may make things worse. It may push it back even more, because with this, it's saying you don't over fight right now. She's already on the defensive. So if you're pushing and pushing and pushing and pushing, it's going to get much worse. So this is saying you cannot fight for it. You just have to let things play out. I'm not saying give up. It's not saying give up. This isn't let go. This is just saying don't push. Don't push it. Allow things to go. So when she does want to talk, let her talk first. Hear what she has to say. Hear her explanations. Hear the conversation. Hear her words. Listen. Don't jump to conclusions, and just listen. And then see what you can do from there, from what she has to say. The future, though, this is your outcome. So this takes time to get there. This will be sometime next year. This could be in March because of the 3 of Wands. It could be closer to the summer. My summer, I don't know what hemisphere you live in, but my summer, which would be June. But this is a future. This is you guys actually being together, having a future. It being in a committed place, going away together, making plans for the future, doing things together based on a common goal for the future. So I do feel like I'm going to pull a few emotional cards here, but I do feel like not only are you going to hear from her and you're going to get back to have the opportunity to get back together. She hasn't, the things that she's saying, it's in hurt and anger and in defensiveness. It's not because she truly feels them. Yeah. Okay. So we're going to switch to the other question for you in 1 second. So you got renewal, spark, chemistry, passion, and memories and nostalgia. She hasn't forgotten about you. She hasn't forgotten about the connection. She hasn't forgotten about the things that were good. Right now, she's just scorned. A woman scorned is the word that I'm getting. So she's negative right now. Absolutely. I'm not saying she's not negative, but she's just in a space where she's angry, but the energy shows that she can and she will get over it. I hope that makes sense. I'm going to cleanse the cards and then look at what's coming in for you future. Do you have any questions about Izzy? And then Angela, after I finish Hakeem's next question, then I will do you. You're still there, right, Angela? What's going on in her personal life? She shut me out. Okay, let's see. Death reversed, Knight of Cups reversed, Eight of Cups reversed. I feel like she might be dating, maybe, but I'm not getting a major thing with dating with this because the Knight of Cups in the reversal is either she's not dating at all or she's maybe having some kind of super casual thing. As far as Death reversed and Eight of Cups reversed, I feel like she's looking for where, like, there's some self-searching stuff going on here. She's needing to grow. This is about growth. This is about learning who she is and letting go of things and moving forward and not allowing herself to be stuck in the same places. This is about spiritual enlightenment and needing that and looking for that. So I feel like she's kind of going through this inner stuff, right, that is challenging her of who she wants to be. Where does she want to go? What kind of life does she want to have? There's a lot of that going on. Okay, I'm going to do your next set. And you wanted to know, what does the future hold for you personally? So let's see. Hakeem. We have the Justice card for the passing energy. Present. You got Nine of Cups, Queen of Pentacles reversed, and Ace of Pentacles for the present energy. Hidden. Knight of Wands in the hidden. Obstacle. Four of Cups in the obstacle. Environment. Queen of Swords in the environment. Advice. The Fool. Outcome. Nine of Wands. Okay. This is the outcome. 9 of Wands. So for you, it feels like generally for you, there's some stuff going on here about needing to stay focused on what's important, because I'm being pulled to this 4 of Cups first in the challenge. And this is a person who is only seeing what they don't have. They're seeing these 3 options and not liking them. And there's an option up here and they're not noticing that there's something better for them. And it's a challenge because it's keeping them stuck. So it's saying that it's important for you to not have yourself stay stuck in seeing the lack of, whether that be the lack of her or the lack of hope. It's important for you to not get too stuck in that, because what you're not seeing with the Knight of Wands and the hidden is that there's going to be new stuff coming in. There's going to be new exciting energy that's coming in. There's going to be opportunities. There's going to be information. There's going to be passion. There's going to be fun. There's going to be creativity. There's going to be some stuff that's going to make life fun. Now, could it be another female? It's possible with this Queen of Swords. Sometimes Queen of Swords is another female. Not always. So I don't want to completely lock into that. But I do feel like there's going to be some things that are going to be coming forward for you that you're not seeing yet, you're not expecting, and it's going to bring joy and fun and desire and excitement into your life. With the Ace of Pentacles, Queen of Pentacles reversed, 9 of Cups in the present, this is a little complicated. I feel like for you, it's important to focus on what you're trying to create for yourself. Ace of Pentacles is creation, whether that be a job, education, a relationship, a home, money, a career. It is creation. It is like planting a seed that's going to grow into something. And I feel like that right now you're in this stage of you are being able to do that. You can start something new, but be careful with Queen of Pentacles reversed. This is telling me that you may overindulge in spending too much. Queen of Pentacles is a great card when she's upright. It talks all about somebody that has wonderful, lavish things around her. She has what she needs. She's happy. She has a home. She's creating a home for herself. So I don't know if you're trying to get a home or save for a home or plan a home or upgrade a home, or if it's just work. But Queen of Pentacles, when she's in the reversal, overdoes it. She goes out on shopping sprees and she doesn't have money to buy the things that she should have. She doesn't have money to get the things for herself to live comfortably. She lives comfortably lives comfortably like this she doesn't. So be mindful about the money that you have that's coming in, or the opportunities that you have that are coming in, and being wise about how you're using them. With the 9 of Cups, though, this is great. You're going to be happy. This is wishes coming true, wish fulfillment. So with these two together, you're going to start getting a lot of opportunities and things that are going to come into your life that are going to make you happy. This doesn't necessarily mean romance. I'm not seeing specifically romance. 9 of Cups can sometimes mean happily ever after romantically, but this doesn't necessarily mean romance. It feels more like stability for you. With the Justice card as the past energy, it feels like you're coming out of an energy where things have not felt clear, have not felt fair, have felt like you're the underdog, where you're having to fight really hard to get to where you want, and it feels like an uphill battle. You're coming out of that energy. Yeah, you're coming out of an energy where you're having to fight hard for what you want. Queen of Swords in the environment around what's going on with you. This could be a new person. However, it also could be just saying that it's important for you to hold true to yourself. Queen of Swords doesn't take crap from anybody, has very solid boundaries, knows what they want, approaches life from a business perspective, from a detached, non-emotional, logical perspective, and goes for it, and doesn't let anybody get in their way, including love. Including love. So being careful about that and mindful about that for yourself. Your future is the 9 of Wands of where things are going. And I do want to pull another card on that, but I feel like this is talking about you're going to have moments where things are great, and then you're going to have moments where you're tired. And you're going to feel like you've worked so hard, and like, is it ever just going to get better? And do I have to be careful? Do I always have to be careful? Page of Swords is what came out as the clarifier for that. Be aware of who you allow in your life. Page of Swords is a person, usually. And it is typically a person that can sometimes cause some drama, or that could cause some challenges, or that could just stir things up because they're irresponsible or immature. So it could be you get tired of dealing with immature people. You get tired of putting up with it. Your advice for the time being actually was the Fool, which is funny because that was what was on Izzy's mind and in Izzy's heart. So your advice is to have fun when the fun comes in. Your advice is to take risks, measured, wise risks, not reckless abandon, not just throwing everything away and not thinking about things, but to have some fun, to do some things that are maybe a little bit outside of the normal for you, stepping outside of your box. I don't know why, but they're showing me speed dating. I don't know if that's something you've ever done or even something that's available near you, but for some reason I'm seeing speed dating, like as if that is not something you would normally do. Doing things that are outside of your comfort zone, that are safe, but that are outside of your comfort zone. So I'm not talking about like throw all your money away or risk your life, but it does feel like for you that you're in a phase of growth and you're in a phase of working for your own goals. Let me pull one more. This wants to come out. Javelina. I don't even know what this is. Argument and power struggle. 32. We have, we have 31 for today. Peacock, 33 for the week. And then you just got Javelina 32, which is weird because I have way more cards than that. Argument and power struggle. So that's actually part of that 9 of Wands. And part of the Queen of Swords. Don't give your power to other people. Your power is within you. And you don't have to necessarily argue, but you may have to at some point to keep the power. Your power is yours. Nobody else can take your power away from you. That's all on you. So keeping that in mind as well. Okay. Angela, are you still there? What did you want for a mini? Because I'm all done, Hakeem, and then I'm going to finish you up, and then I'm going to go. Because we're hitting 2 hours, and I'm tired. How is Danielle feeling towards me? Okay, girl. Okay. You're welcome, Hakeem. How is Daniel feeling towards Angela? Okay, guys, no more donations. No more paid readings. I'm signing off once I'm done with Angela. So if you send anything, that's on you. I'm calling it for the day. Daniel and Angela, Daniel and Angela, Daniel and Angela, Daniel and Angela. And you said it was a mini? I didn't even look. But I know when you send money. You've never said that you sent money and then not send it, so. Yeah. Okay. All right, Daniel. How's Daniel feeling towards Angela? Ooh. 2 of Pentacles reversed to start. Holy fumble. Hold on. That was a lot of cards. Wait a minute. It was like 15. He's throwing all up. My hands are like, we're tired. Let's take a break. Knight of Wands reversed. I will probably be doing a live tomorrow afternoon. I have an appointment in the morning, so I'm going to try to go live in the afternoon. That is still another fumble. What is happening? Okay, hold on. Let me slow down. There we go. Ace of Pentacles. 10 of Swords, 3 of Pentacles reversed, Death. Longing. Yeah, that's what that 10 of Swords is. Control tactics. Okay. Okay, so we start with the 2 of Pentacles reversed and the Knight of Wands reversed. And this for me, I am Kristen. Yep. I'm going to be signing off though. I'm exhausted. I'm finishing up my last paid reading right now. This for me is saying that you got to be careful with him because he doesn't mean to, but he has F-boy energy. Knight of Wands reversed is like, I want to come in and see you. I'm so excited. I want to be with you. La, 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 la. No. And I'm not balanced and I'm not thinking about things and I just want to have a good time and I'm a bull in a china shop and I'm not really thinking about consequences. So be careful about that. He's definitely, there's some like daydreams going on there, fantasizing, not really thinking things through. Ace of Pentacles, 10 of Swords, which is weird. That's a weird combination, which is why, one of the reasons why I pulled an emotional card. We got separation and longing. So I feel like he's missing the connection. There's some guilt there with that 10 of Swords. But I also feel like he's wanting to come forward more. And for some reason, he's holding himself back. And I feel like it has to do with this 2 of Pentacles, but then this 3 of Pentacles in the reversal too. It's like he's just not ready to be this awesome team player. Like he wants to be. You got Ace of Pentacles, 2 of Pentacles reversed, 3 of Pentacles reversed. Like he wants the connection. He doesn't know what the hell he's doing. He's all over the place. And because he's all over the place, it's making it almost like a game. And it's not meant to be a game. With the Death that came out last. And I am going to pull a few more emotional cards because I feel like you need more emotional cards than tarot. And then you got control tactics. That's what I meant by game. He feels to me like he's in this position where he needs to change what he's doing. He needs to approach things differently. And it's almost like he doesn't know how. Like, both of these, how is what I'm hearing. How do I do it? How? He'll figure it out though, because the death card that's not a bad card. Show me more of his feelings. Spy, watching, and inspecting. Jesus. Karma, balance, justice, truth, expression, healing inner child. That's how. With truth. Okay. So some of this is him working on his own crap. Him having his own junk that he's created or that he's been holding on to that he needs to see a little bit differently, to drop it so that he can be a good partner. That's what it is. I don't even remember what we read on with him before. I think I've told you that, right? That I don't remember from reading to reading. Unless if I read for the same person about 70 times, then I'll start to remember. But like, I really don't remember what I do reading to reading. Like, I read for Kristen all the time and I still don't remember what I said to her. Yep. It comes and goes. Like, it's really that. It's like literally I'm a telephone and the information comes and then it's gone again. It doesn't stay. What else does she need to know about Daniel's feelings? Karmic relationship, resentment and triggers. Yeah, triggers. Yep. Perception, intensity, letting go, turmoil, and fleeting. Backstabbing, heartbreak and pain, separation, loss, deception and lies, shocking attack. Huh. So he's just not thinking about commitment or anything, just games? Well, no, because this is, he wants the relationship. So it's not that. A lot of this feels like it's so a lot of this feels, the best word to use for it is avoidant, or fearful attachment, a fearful avoidant attachment. It's like he wants it, he doesn't know what the hell he's doing. That's the problem that I'm getting here. He does not know what the heck he's doing. Healthy choices, self-love, self-care, being happier, and love of life. Key on a ring, many options, unconventional, one-night stand, string along. Yeah. So I feel like he's just not sure how. Give it some time, Angela. We're in a and I'm sure I've told you this. We're in a window of time where the energies are really screwy and everything is changing. I wouldn't try to make too many major decisions about what direction you're heading in, unless if somebody really like does a non-negotiable thing until December, because there's still so much flux, and maybe even the new year. Because of the energy that we're in, it's just so up in the air. Everything is changing constantly. That's part of that death card. It's constantly shifting. So I don't feel like this is saying that it's not going to happen or it is going to happen. It's kind of like he has some stuff to sort out and it's not clear. It's not clear which direction he's going right now because he's both. He's kind of all over the place. Does that make sense? Just stay like skeptical, stay open-minded and skeptical about things and just let it play out. See what happens is what it feels like. And if you need to have a conversation about where things are going and what you want, have the conversation. So, okay, YouTube, I'm going to close you out because I really do need a break. So bye, YouTube. And